I don't know my purpose. I don't know why I'm on this earth. But it's like follow your intuition because it'll guide you to the people, the relationships, and the business you're supposed to be in. If we're talking about intuition, it's like a muscle. You got to work it, right? Success without fulfillment is the ultimate failure.
What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Manny Talks, where we teach you and we help you how to start, build, and scale your business. And today we have a guest. He came all the way from Canada. I'm excited to have him in here because this guy has built teams under thousands of people internationally. So he has a lot of experience when it comes to, self-development, public speaking, self-growth, and building organizations worldwide. So I'm excited to have him here. I met him, where was it? Like
Prime 112 in Miami.
Prime 112
dinner.
A few years ago to dinner. So I'm excited to have you here. Have with us Tommy Us, bro.
Welcome in. Yes, sir.
Us, there you go.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Welcome
sir.
in, bro. Excited to have you down here.
Excited to be here, bro. Thanks for having me, man. Shout out you.
How's Miami feeling?
Good. We're from Toronto, Canada. Miami is different, bro. I love Miami. Used to live here for a bit. So.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, just for like 6 months.
Okay.
During COVID, I was like, you know what? Canada shut down.
Wow.
Let me get out of here.
COVID, you came down here to Miami.
Yeah, let's not get down that rabbit hole, but like you literally couldn't leave your house without getting like a ticket.
Over there in Canada?
It was bad, bro. So
Wow,
I literally I snuck out of the country.
You're like, right, I'm out of here. All right, man. Tell us a little bit. I mean, I know a little bit about your story, but I want to get a little bit deeper, right? Tell us a little bit about, your background. How do you come across network marketing? How do you come across entrepreneurship, right? So take us back 5-7 years. You know, what it feels like, how you got this thing going.
Yeah, facts. So, I mean, I was just, the average, I guess, Joe, but more of an above average mindset, above average work ethic, above average desire to just being successful in life, same as yourself, right? And I just was looking for like a vehicle. And, they don't teach you how to be successful. They don't teach you how to, become a multi-millionaire or, really how to be a successful entrepreneur in school. They don't teach you it, right? So I was like searching for other ways, and, that's how I found the industry, network marketing. And I was looking into trading, which I know we both do. I met one of our friends, and you actually had him on here. Shout out Mike. But I met him.
Mike.
And, I got started in our company in, 2019? Mm-hmm. So I didn't know anything. I always had that mindset, though. Like, I went to Tony Robbins' UPW when I was like 16 years old.
Wow.
Walked on fire with my family. Shout out my mom and dad for bringing me to that. So, that shifted the paradigm, And, I got started learning the skill set, started getting into personal development, started getting into public speaking, which now I do, outside of the industry now too, which is sick, as we were talking about.
Yeah, we're just talking about that. It's pretty cool.
And that's kind of how I got into it. I was just searching for more. I was searching for opportunity, and via the law of attraction, via putting it out to the universe. Things show up, people, opportunity. And that's really how I got started. And, I went from a 20-year-old broke, busted, disgusted, just, focused on partying, girls, how it is. And, I just shifted the trajectory of my life when I got inside of the industry, went to my first convention in Dallas, and, saw people like Bob Proctor speak, Alex Morton, individuals. And that really just shifted the paradigm, shifted the mindset, and started applying everything I learned. And, that kind of just put me on the right path, started making money, started, getting into sales and marketing and leadership, and, just kept scaling and scaling and scaling, trading, making money, crypto, all the good stuff. And
the whole thing.
Exactly. And then from there, it was just, okay, now I'm leading teams. Now I'm, making good money. Now I'm scaling and scaling. Now I'm able to travel. Now I'm able to go to that next level. And then now I'm doing professional public speaking, and
that's fire, man.
Yeah.
We were just talking about that. Tell us a little bit about that public speaking career. You're going down that path right now.
Yeah. So
that's awesome.
It's crazy to think about where I started to where I am now. I didn't even know how to public speak. I remember doing my first event. They call them home events. I'm sure you did one too.
I've done a few.
And I did my first event, and probably had 4 people there. I remember I just didn't know what I was doing. I remember I pressed play on a video on the screen. And, now fast forward, I've taken courses, I've invested in myself. Okay. We always say the best investment is in yourself, right? Now I'm, getting to speak in front of thousands of people. I actually was in Orlando, Florida. I got to speak in front of 3,000 people. I was just in New York City and Connecticut. Got to speak in other conferences that are just about personal development and entrepreneurship and growth. I got asked to speak at one in Alabama that I might end up doing, at later in July. So
Fire.
yeah, I think it just kind of segued with, the network marketing industry is like, man, like that really set it up for success where I learned the skill sets and kind of just got thrown into the fire to do so. But then also getting courses and investing into me
investing
really helped.
back
And then
into
doing my
yourself.
reps too, like getting on stage, just doing it and then
How
learning
did,
from mentors.
how did it feel that first time that they put you on a stage at that home event and you're
Yeah.
like, it's time for me to talk to these people and I don't really know what to say.
Bro.
And, like, how was it? Because actually public speaking is one of the biggest fears.
Yeah.
For most people is that, how was it that first time?
The first time, bro, no one put me in the fire. I just did it myself.
Okay.
Because my mentor was out here in Miami at the time. And I didn't speak. I got up, I pressed play on a video, and then I came back up after the video was done, and then I said, "Who has questions?" That was the first time, but
Nice.
then I just did. Then I actually started doing it after that,
Okay.
and then it was just like really recording myself, getting better, getting my mentor's feedback, and then just doing it. People were like, "How do you become such a good public speaker?" Just do it.
The reps, bro.
Just do it. It's like, how do you get good at anything in life? Just do it. The reps.
put in the reps
People are
and
like,
you
man,
get-
I could never be like you, or I could never do what you do, Tommy, or I could never do what you do, Manny. It's like, bro, you just haven't started. Like I always say, you don't got to be great to start. You just got to start in order to be
Yeah,
great.
you just gotta get going.
Yeah.
You just gotta get going.
So,
that's
kinda
amazing,
started.
man. It's great to see the change. And you said Tony Robbins, 16 years old.
Yeah.
How was that? Was it your mom and your dad that took you to this
Yeah,
event?
both of them. I went with my family, I went with my bro, I went with my parents, and I remember they're like, "Yeah, we're gonna go walk on fire now," and I was like,
You're
"I'm
like,
gonna-
what are we doing?
I was like, I'm gonna walk on fire. I go, yeah, we're right. I'm walking on fire. And they go, no, we're gonna condition your mindset,
Yeah.
so you can believe to go walk on fire. And I'm like, okay. I was like, you know what? Whatever. Let me try. And then I remember getting in front of those coals, and I was like freaking out. Like I was like, I can't do it. I was like, and they're like, you have to do it. They're like, say this like these words. Tony was like, have you been to UPW?
Yeah, I've been to a couple.
Did you walk on fire too?
Yeah. I
Yeah, so
did both.
you know how they do like the cool moss,
Yeah,
cool moss,
cool moss,
and then
cool moss,
and then I
cool
just
moss.
did it. I just did it,
Boom.
and then bro, I was 16. I was like looking down. I was like, I thought I was gonna burn my feet. I didn't, and it's like then I saw people. Some people don't know, like they think it's fake, but there's like a merge room, and I saw people with like burnt feet.
What do you mean the thing is fake?
I feel like some people think oh, you don't actually walk on fire.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
thought
Like,
you thought that it was fake. I was
No.
like,
I think
it was
people that-
real because I walked on
Yeah,
that.
yeah, no, it's real. I think people outside of like Tony Robbins or personal
Yeah,
development,
they do think
Yeah,
that,
you didn't
yeah.
walk on fire, bro. Yes, you did. Like, yes,
No,
you
it's
did,
legit.
bro.
It's burning.
I remember
cold,
walking
like-
past the infirmary, and there's people like nurses.
Yeah.
taking
People
care
get
of people.
burned.
Yeah,
People
yeah.
get burned.
I thought I was burnt, but I wasn't. you
It's.
know?
I think those events for me change it all, bro. I went to one back, the one he did in West Palm a few years ago, and it changed it all. I took my
That's
dad
where I
to
went
the
to
last
West
one.
Palm Beach.
You were in that
it
one
was
too?
2016.
Oh,
I think he did one in
2016.
2020 or something
after
like that.
COVID,
Yeah,
he put
2021.
everybody. Yeah, so I went to that one, changed everything for me. And then after that, I took my dad, and it was just life changing.
Yeah, we're gonna go again.
He has one coming up in November.
Yeah, in
I'm
November
going.
in Dallas.
Yeah, I'm
Dude,
going.
I'll see you there. Let's go.
That's
We're
fire.
gonna walk
That's-
on fire together.
Yeah. That
Come
event,
on.
he's gonna do it in Dallas. So
Yeah,
I'm pretty excited.
I already
about
going.
that.
I'm gonna bring my family back with me.
Wow,
It's gonna be
bro.
different. I went when I was 16. Now I'm going when I'm 24.
No, and now your mind is completely on a whole different level.
Dude, I do mindset coaching now.
Yeah.
It's crazy to where I was that day when I walked on fire to like almost 10 years, 8 years later. Now
Let's
it's, like,
talk mentors,
crazy.
man.
Yeah,
Because
let's do it.
I know you've been with Bob Proctor.
Yeah.
Like that's something I want to know about. How was that to be with him in person?
Yeah.
And what was it that you did that you did with him?
Yeah, so most people don't know. I first saw him at our IM convention.
Yeah.
And I saw him at our first convention, and I was like, yo, this information's crazy. And I started studying it. And then
Okay.
I followed him, and I figured out he's from Toronto. So then I followed him to the next event he had in Toronto. It was literally a week after that convention.
Okay.
Did you go to that event?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
I didn't.
Anyways, I went to that. So I go to the Toronto convention event.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like a personal development mindset event. I hear him and this other guy named Raymond Aaron speak.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then they're like just training. And then I bought one of their courses.
Nice.
Got more access, started learning about the spiritual versus the physical universe. I think the number one piece of advice, if I could get them on this podcast, would be invest in yourself, buy courses.
100%. And I
Yeah.
tell people you gotta pay to get in the door.
You gotta pay to
like
play,
a lot
man.
Of, a lot of these people, like, they don't really care about, you know, until you actually, because they have so many people following them, right? So much attention. You pay, you would at least be closer to them.
I think the only industry in the world that you don't have to pay that much
It's
is
network marketing.
Yeah, bro. Dude, I give away all the stuff I paid like
Yeah.
tens of thousands of dollars
100%.
for free. And
So-
it's like not free, but it's free. It's
It is.
basically free.
I mean, compared to the value that you get,
Dude, crazy.
You get to be mentored by people like Alex Morgan,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
You know, Jason, Matt.
Yeah.
You get a mentor by all
I was just
these,
with Jason
these
yesterday.
greats.
Yeah.
Amazing.
And like I got to go to Bob Proctor's house. So I have a video of him in his studio.
Nice.
Pictures with him. You know, I've met his wife, Linda. Like I was.
Wow, you got close to him.
Yeah, I was at his house. He lives. I'm not gonna say where he lives, but actually I can. I don't care. It doesn't matter. He's gone. Rest in peace to the goat.
Yeah.
But he lives on Proctor Avenue, and he would never move. He told me I would never move because his last name was Proctor.
Wow.
And I was like, this guy is a lot more money than like he had a nice house, but he could have had even
yeah.
a way bigger house. But he loved the Proctor.
You just loved
Proctor,
where he was at. So
Yeah.
you bought the course, and then after that, how were you able to get that close to him?
Yeah, I was telling you about my book. So I'm the author of the upcoming book, Mastering Your Mind. 21 proven strategies to take your life from 0 to 100. It's all about mindset, everything I've learned over the last 8 years of my life, basically. And I went up to him at that course I bought at that event. I saw him, so it was crazy. I totally like attracted this, manifested this.
Yeah.
And I was walking in the hallway, and I was like, I'm going to meet Bob Proctor, and I'm going to ask him to forward my book. I'm walking in the hallway to the course. Guess who's walking in the hallway?
He's right there.
This way towards me, Bob Proctor. I was like, no
Like, this is it?
way. Like, I'm literally going into my course, and I was like, yo, I stopped him. I go, Bob. I go, Tom Hughes, great to meet you. You know, he's like, great to meet you. And then I was like, I didn't ask him because I was like, I was just like starstruck.
Yeah.
But then he came into the room after, into the course, and he wasn't actually at that course. He was at a course in the room beside us, which was crazy. And then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just go show him. I had my cover for my book done and stuff.
Nice.
And I didn't have the chapters yet. I just had the cover.
Use
And
the
I was
cover.
like, you know, like Mastering Your Mind. I knew you would love it. So it's a crazy story. Most people don't know this story. Is during lunch break at this course. He was like in the room with his mastermind, all of his staff, like all of his top people Bob works with, and all the guests that were at his course were outside mingling, having lunch, right? It was like a VIP lunch, kind of like what they do at Break the Code. And I saw the bellhop go in to bring Bob and them food. I snuck in behind him, go into the room. Bob's surrounded by like 8 like guys in suits. I just walk through them all, and I go, Bob, great to meet you earlier. I go, I want you to forward my book. And he goes, you're a like sharp, like confident young man. And I go, yeah, man. Like he's like, let me see it. And I showed him it. And he's like, this is powerful. And then I said, I'm coming to your house because I got a course where I got to go to his house, and that's how I got in there.
Oh, part of the course. Okay,
yeah. And then I got to spend. Then he invited me to spend more time with him after that because he just saw my hunger, saw my work ethic, saw my desire, and I got to be a little bit closer. But just me investing in myself built that relationship. Right? I don't think that's what people understand. Is like, you know what I mean? Like people could like you. You could buy their course, and then you actually build a relationship with them, and then you get closer, and that's what happened. It wasn't just like me buying a course. It's like, hey,
you gotta actually want it. Like you gotta go the extra mile. It's not just
going the extra mile. That's the biggest thing. Like I literally went in that room. He's like, look at this young, like
you introduce yourself to him.
Kid.
You walk in the room, and you're like, hey, I know what I want, and I know you can help me get there. So.
And then that's how I got kind of his mentorship and direct access to him, and then I got closer to Alex and stuff, and we really bonded off of that because he mentored Alex too very closely.
That's incredible, man. That's incredible to be able to get that close to him. I have listened to a lot of his content and through years. I came across him and I never met him in person, but I have watched and listened to most of his content out there. I got to a point that I was like, I'm gonna just watch everything he's got on YouTube, and I just went ham for months using him.
He's a beast, and it's like unfortunately he passed. Rest in peace, like I was saying. But I'm gonna write my book in loving memory of him now.
Nice.
So
tell us a little bit about your book. How long have you been writing this?
I've been running it for 2 years. I put it on pause just to focus on my other businesses, network marketing, other things, leadership, other things that I've been doing that I was, clubs, stuff like that. But, now I'm getting it out by the end of this year. I literally was on a call with my guy for it yesterday.
Okay.
And it's really going to be about mastering your mind, understanding things like the laws of the universe, law of attraction, laws of vibration, laws of cause and effect, paradigms, how our habitual
so much
behavior.
information is
Your higher faculties. People don't even know that we have an intuition, or maybe they know that. They don't
Tell
know
us a
about
little
the
bit.
will.
Tell us. Come on. Give me a good stuff.
So, let's talk about intuition, for example. That's your gut feeling. Oh, well, you got to follow that. That's your instinct. For girls, they call it a woman's intuition, but that literally can guide you on your spiritual path. Like, if we're going deep for a second, people are like, I don't know my purpose. I don't know why I'm on this earth. But it's like, follow your intuition because it'll guide you to the people, the relationships, and the business you're supposed to be in and you're not supposed to be in. The amount of times I remember like dating an ex-girlfriend. Yeah. My intuition was like, bro, get out of that. Universe kept giving me signs. I remember business deals, relationships, friendships. Even you and I was like, yo, my intuition's telling me to do that.
Yeah.
So if you listen to your higher faculties, your higher self, no other like creature in the world has those things. Like, dogs, cats, bears, right? Pigs, whatever. They have their senses. They can hear, touch, taste, see, smell, but they don't have things like intuition, their will, their memory, right? Their higher faculties that, help you really like get what you want out of life and you truly desire. So I lead with those, and most people just go through life kind of, taking in daily trivia, right? But they don't actually have a path of where they're going. And I feel like all the stuff, you've studied, I've studied, I've been personally mentored by on, I have to teach it, man. Like, one of my main goals in life is just to leave a lasting legacy. Hence, like one of my brands, RFG, is just to give back to the future generations, man. Because imagine like what I took all these years to learn from Tony, from Bob, from all these other people, right? That I wish I could just give someone a book and say, hey, read this, and this will get you on your way.
When you really think about it, someone put you where you at now. Someone opened up the door for you. Someone made the introduction, right? I actually had in this podcast in the first episode the guy that first put a book in my hands. He gave me the 10X rule. And that changed it all, because that just led the way to where we are now. So I feel
10X, baby. Grant Cardone.
100%. We're gonna have him here. But yeah, I feel that, that introduction to self-development, someone's got to do it.
Yeah.
And your story is everything, because if you did it, you have the power to teach other people what you learned.
Yeah.
And you don't have to come up with stuff. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. It's all the same information that has been transferred from generations to generations, right?
Yeah.
From mentors to mentors. Bob did it with Alex. Alex now is just doing events, impacting hundreds of thousands of people.
Both at Break the
right?
Code. Yeah.
He's mentoring you, working with you hands-on.
Yeah.
So it's just like it keeps on rolling down from
Trickle
generation
effect.
to generation.
Yeah.
So I feel it's a must. So it's great that you're writing that book. I would love to read it, get a copy.
Bro.
As soon as you have it out. Because I feel that's a good way to get people to know you too.
Yeah.
To know you and get to know everything that you're teaching and learning.
Yeah.
And now that you said the intuition, I was reading, I don't know if you have read it, Psycho-Cybernetics.
Yeah.
And they talk about it as your creative mechanism. When you go into a meeting, a lot of people kind of like overthink what they're going to say. They overthink like what they got to do, or, get too ready. And then when they get to the meeting, they kind of freeze because they're thinking so much, they don't let their creative mechanism do the talking. So I feel that's intuition, is people got to understand that if you study, if you put in the work, if you're putting in the hours, you have within you the answers that you're going to need at the moment. Yeah. And if you let your subconscious 100%. Do the talking, like the answer is there. You know what to say. You're prepped. Like you did the reps.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's great that you're teaching that.
Yeah, and your subconscious can't accept or reject, right? It's just there, and it's like that's why I like love personal development. Like I always say, Bob taught me this is not how you spend your day; it's how you start it, right? Your morning routine, your personal development. Like I literally have a pair of shoes that say if you're not growing, you're dying on it. Like you're actually subconsciously slipping backwards, and like so I'm always like pouring into myself. And like if we're talking about intuition, it's like a muscle. You got to work it, and it's like the stronger you work it, the more. Like it's just
the
you
easier
can feel
that it gets, the more you trust
exactly.
it. Because I feel you get that intuition, that that instinct to go do something. If you don't do it, then you don't know if it's legit. But if you do it and do it and do it, you start trusting your intuition more and more and more as you do the reps.
And I think the biggest problem is some people like won't follow their intuition. They'll get that
100%.
gut feeling to go out there and do it, and then they like won't do it because they're like, oh, they're scared or they're nervous of the outcome. But it's like. Good.
You know the answer.
Good. Like, it's like you got to get so uncomfortable being uncomfortable. Like they talk about this in the movie The Secret. It's very basic, but they say like, hey, if like there's like I remember there's one scene of like I don't know if you've seen the movie The Secret.
Yeah. I've seen
there's like a scene of this girl and guy playing volleyball, and this girl wanted to go talk to the guy, and then her intuition was telling her, and then she did, and then she ended up like hanging out with him and dating him. But if she didn't follow her intuition to do that, that would have never happened. It's like, do you realize like your business partners, your future wife or husband, your future best friends, like we're all strangers once before. And it's like your intuition guided you or put you in that room. The universe, God, right, moved you in that direction. And people don't realize that your higher faculties are really leading your life. And if people like start understanding it, then they become self-aware of it, then they can go out there and like take advantage of it. And it's like create their own destiny, right? But some people are just going through life like waiting for things to happen, having wishful thinking.
Yeah, people
and you
don't
can't.
understand that a lot of people live by, by just,
Just like
day to day,
yeah.
just waiting for things to happen, waiting
Nah.
for things to go their way. And people don't understand that we have the power within ourselves
Yeah,
to
you gotta
create
make it
our
happen.
reality.
Yeah,
like,
you can't just sit there and
you
hope.
can't just sit there and hope things
literally.
just come your way.
Like
you know
I
what
always
mean?
say, if you want to get better, if you want things to get better, you gotta get better.
100%.
Or if you want things to change, you gotta change. You gotta take action.
Yep,
man. Like,
yep, there you
like
go.
you could go to a million Tony Robbins things, get motivated, get fired up,
yep.
listen to this podcast, get fired up.
Massive action. You don't take action.
Exactly. 10x.
Nothing
man.
happens.
Yeah,
Nothing happens. That's how it
exactly.
is. And self-development is the foundation for everything. A lot of people come in and ask. I'm pretty sure they ask you.
Yeah.
They ask me. How do I make money? How do I get to the money part? You can't get to the money if you don't have the foundation
You need
straight.
this right.
Because if you don't have this up here
Nah,
straight,
you got nothing.
and you don't have the foundation set in stone, you can make the money, but eventually that money is gonna go. Because
Yeah.
I feel money and income matches what frequency you're in.
Yes.
Like
You're-
you can go make millions of dollars, but if you're not, and that same frequency of the money that you're making, eventually the income is gonna drop to match your frequency.
Yeah, they always say that. They say that your income is a direct correlation of your personal development level.
Yep, 100%, 100%.
So you got to keep growing.
So for someone starting up, right, in their entrepreneurship journey, someone that is kind of like going crazy right now because they don't know what all this talk is, frequency, Bob Proctor, who are these people, right? How was it for you? What was
Yeah.
the beginning? I mean, I know mom and dad took you to these events,
Yeah.
but what
Yeah.
would you say was the first thing that got you hooked to personal development?
I think it was walking on fire, man.
Yeah?
I was like,
You're like, this thing works.
I was so mind boggled, and I had this desire to just like figure out how I did that, and then like really understand it on a deep level. And it's really inspired me, and like that hunger inside of me is like, okay, if I can, change this, I can change anything. It's like it actually
Yep.
says it in I
There
love
you
how
go.
you have
Yeah,
this.
yeah.
It says it in this book.
That's it. Everything is
Napoleon
there.
Hill says this is actually my favorite book.
That's the Bible.
Bro, this is the Bob used to read this every day for 60
Yep.
years straight. In this book, it says, whatever the mind of man can conceive and believe, you can achieve.
100%.
So it's just like getting that mindset of like, I can do it. I believe I can do it. And then everything else just starts to show up. If you believe, belief is the first step. I was having a conversation today. I was like, belief is the first step.
Yep.
And then after that, it's the action. And then everything else
100%.
starts to show up. It's massive belief.
Everything
and
just
massive
follows.
action. Yeah.
Everything just follows.
It'll just flow state. Like
So
that
what
flow
would you
state.
say? What would you say it would be a good content or a good book or a good audio recommend for people to get hooked to self-development?
Good book right here.
There you go.
Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. Go read this. Go on YouTube. Go watch Bob Proctor. Go listen to my podcast.
There
Go
you
watch
go.
the rest of his podcast.
You're doing a podcast now. We talked about
I'm gonna be
this
starting
in the
one soon.
works.
Yeah, I've done a lot. I've been on a lots like this, but I'm gonna be having my own soon, where it's just gonna be
Fired
about
up, bro.
mindset, straight value, personal development. I'm gonna be teaching everything we're talking
Yeah,
about
yeah.
on there. So, but yeah, I
Fired
would just
up.
say study things like Bob Proctor, Napoleon Hill, Dale Carnegie, How to Win Friends and
Boom, the
Influence
good
People.
ones.
Like Google personal development. Like
That's all I tell people. It's like
That's
the
it.
easiest way to go is it's called YouTube. YouTube and Google. Like,
yeah.
come on, everything is out there.
Man.
Even every other course out there that, it's in YouTube.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, go use YouTube. I tell people that the membership that you need to have is called
Yeah.
YouTube Premium.
Yeah.
It's like $15 a month,
I
$20
have
a
it.
month. Like, just come on, plug that in,
Yeah.
put it on your phone, and just
Yeah.
go on YouTube.
Earl Nightingale is another good one. Dr. Joe Dispenza, Bob Proctor, what other names? I'm trying to think. Dale Carnegie, Tony Robbins. Like, just go search up these names.
Now,
and-
tell us a little bit about your
No.
success now in the industry.
Yeah.
Are you just doing network marketing? What else are you doing?
Yeah.
How does it look to be able to build, teams internationally? You've been building teams to what, over 10 countries already?
Yeah, probably more. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. No, been able to build organizations in UK, Nigeria, Spain, freaking all over
How does
America,
it feel being able
Canada.
to impact this
It's
many
really
people
cool.
and manage? Because
It's
I know it
cool.
comes with a lot of responsibility.
It's
as
a lot
well.
of it's a lot of work, but it's fulfilling.
Okay.
I think Tony Robbins says it, right? Success without fulfillment's the ultimate failure.
Yeah, 100%.
Right? I do it for fulfillment. I love helping people. It's why I do what I do. It's why I like public speaking, because you're inspiring, you're giving back, you're teaching the knowledge you have, right? Knowledge is not power, applied knowledge is. So, yeah, I know. I mean, we've built and impacted over thousands of people. Been able to travel a lot. Been
Yeah.
able to come out here. We just spoke at an event on Saturday.
Nice.
But yeah, no, network marketing is honestly just been
How's
amazing.
the journey been from?
Yeah.
What was it? How long you been? 2 years?
Yeah,
3 years?
3 years actively. I joined in 2019, but I took some time
Okay.
off. So probably like 3 years and a little bit.
How's that journey been? The ups, tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, I think most people like to fluff it, but like, yo, it's entrepreneurship is not a straight arrow. It's up and it's down, and then it's up,
really down.
Yeah, then it's like trading. It's like you get your higher high and your lower low.
Yeah.
You know, if you know, right? And I that's what entrepreneur. It's like a roller coaster, man. And I think most people fail in entrepreneurship because when it goes up, then it goes down. They don't get back up.
Yeah.
You know, I always say success is building from failure to failure without loss of enthusiasm, right? Like a staircase. And I mean, my journey is like, man, I remember when I first started, I was broke as a joke, dude. I was like I got started with my credit card, man. I was like, I gotta make things work, or I'm gonna be in the same place for a long time. And you know, I just put my head down and started learning, you know, being the best student. I think the best students, the most coachable and trainable, teachable, become the best leaders, right? And obviously, I think, you know, people have natural born leadership skills, within them. And I definitely, you know, did that throughout the sports. You know, I was an athlete, you know, growing up, and
what were you playing?
I played everything, dude. Hockey my whole life, soccer.
Wow, nice.
I mean, I played basketball. I played football, baseball. I like spike ball. I mean, that's a new sport.
I don't even know what that is.
Yeah, no, I played it all, bro. So I think entrepreneurship, man, it's crazy. Like I remember just being broke, and then I remember now, you know, not being that anymore, and doing well, and you know, being able to help people and, you know, relate. I think relatability is so key, man. Is like I understand where people are at, and what's cool is I can help the person I used to be. And that's the greatest part about our industry is like you get to really help the person you used to be.
Which is, I think, is the best way to get out there, because you're able to kind of like relate to the person that you really want to help. You know what I mean?
Remember it, you know?
Because
I remember being there.
Yeah, 100%. No, that's great, man. That's great to see that, you know, you have accomplished all of this, and you've been through, because everybody goes through those ups and downs, right?
Yeah, now we're doing lots, man. Like now we're gonna do a lot of public speaking outside of the industry.
That's pretty cool. I didn't know that.
Mindset coaching too, outside of the industry. So much stuff in the works. Got other companies launching, you know. Got to get into the nightlife business as well.
Told me you have a club that you're running.
Yeah. Passively, I'm not really in the main picture of it, but like, you know, opening up other businesses is really why you do it, right? It's like, okay, I'm going to start one business to start this other business, and it's like that's what we do. I like to call the industry a vehicle to help you expedite the process, man, and network, meet people, build relationships that can last a lifetime. And I think people really like take it for granted, and it's like it's easy to do, it's easy not to do, but man, if it's worth it.
100%. At the end of the day, just the freedom to be able to travel, be able to, you know, connect, meet people, and, you know, see all of this. It raises your level of awareness. It helps you grow. It helps you want more, get more, right? So just that freedom is worth the work that it takes to get it. Right. So what would you recommend for someone that is trying to network and is looking to, you know, meet these mentors, you know, meet the Alex, meet the Bob Proctors, meet all these people that are crushing already? How do you do it? Like, how do you get close to them? How do you build relationships? How do you network?
Yeah, that's a great question. I think it's like putting yourself in uncomfortable positions and getting so uncomfortable being uncomfortable. And just really like putting yourself in rooms you're not supposed to be in. That's definitely what I did. You know, I would just like go to rooms, go to events, and act like you belong. And just it forces yourself to grow, because you're around people that have more than you. It's like, I need to get like this. Like, they can do it. I can do it, right? And it's like, for me, it was just, you know, Bob taught me it, man. I gotta give this guy credit. He said, think and act like the person you want to become before 100%. You become that person. Not fake it till you make it. Faith it till you make it, right? And like
first
faith
time I hear that one.
Yeah, faith it till you make it. Like act as if, and then everything else will start to show up. And that's what I did. Like, dude, when I met you, I was making $600 a month.
Crazy.
You know what I mean? You had no idea probably at the time.
Yeah,
you know
I knew you were working with Mikey, but I had no idea.
You're like, that was it. And I didn't, it's like, you never know. And it's like, you know, fast forward like 3-4 years, it's crazy, right? So I think just like be someone that leaves people with an impression of increase would be my tip for networking, is like, when you meet somebody, how can I leave this person with value? And not just always be trying to get, but give. You know, how to win friends and influence people. Be interested, not interesting.
Yep.
Focus on other people. You know, I think I heard you say it in the other podcast, you know, what do you have? What do you need?
Yeah, 100%.
And, you know, just be focused on giving value to people and getting to know other people instead of saying, oh, I need this, I need that. You know, everyone wants to take in life, but it's like be someone who gives without the intent to receive. You know?
Genuinely care.
Yeah, genuinely care. Be authentic. Authenticity, and Milet said it, you know, is 4 times more powerful than love.
Yep.
Just be real, be authentic. People can feel it. People can read through, you know, the BS, right?
100%.
So I think the little things like this and just like go up to, don't be afraid to go shake some hands, man. You know, develop a firm handshake. You want to learn how to network? Don't have like a little know how to man, some people's hands. I'm like, how do you shake hands like that, bro? Like
it changes it all. Like just learning how to, and I feel it comes with the reps too.
Yeah, first impressions also last a lifetime.
100%.
Like when I met Bob, when I met Alex, I left great first impressions. Matt, Jason, same thing. Like, you know, now they're some of my best friends. I was just with, you know, Rosa and Dallas. I was with Jason yesterday.
Yeah.
I was supposed to go on tour with Alex. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just you got to make sure your first impressions are good.
Yeah, that you're walking into the room and you know that you might not have the income that you're trying to make, but you know where you're going.
And you
and you know what you have to bring to the table.
Know, exactly. You know your value.
You know your value. That's the biggest thing.
Yeah, exactly. And it's just, you know, go.
That's why
go
self-development I feel is so important, because self-development and taking massive action helps you raise that level of confidence, you know, in yourself. And I feel a lot of people go, you know, how do I build confidence? How do I stack up results? Like, you know, stack up the practice, the reps. You go get so many reps, you eventually become confident. You know what I mean? You go shake 100 hands, but 101, you're gonna be like, oh, I've been through this. I know what to say.
Go get rejected, man.
Yeah,
go to the bar. Go hit on some girls. Go home feeling like shit. Pardon my French. I don't know if we're allowed to share on here, but you're good. You know, go get rejected. Go get told no. Go prospect people. Go do some sales calls. Like, go get told no. And until you get to the point of laughing and enjoying it, and then going on to the next. Right?
You're just one no away from success.
Yeah. Yo, the power of one more, man.
One more.
Dude, I was having a conversation the other day, and I was actually training one of my mentees, and I was like, dude, the power of one more. Like, you understand this. You're one conversation, one interaction, one relationship, one friendship, one business deal, one podcast.
One more.
From changing your whole life. The trajectory, the business, the income, your wife, your husband, whatever, right? You're one more away. I was talking to a girl that's dating this guy, and I was like, you wouldn't have met him if you didn't meet this person, if that person didn't introduce you, and you didn't.
It all connects.
Everything. It's just power of one more. Just keep
going.
It
all connects, and it's crazy because
keep going.
I was talking to a friend the other day. We were having lunch, and he's like, nah, you know, it's luck, right? And I'm like, yeah, it's luck, but the input was there.
Yeah.
To get any output in life, there has to be input.
Luck is when preparation meets opportunity.
Boom.
That is luck. Preparation. Oh, he got lucky. Preparation meets opportunity.
So prepare for it. Don't just show up to that meeting. Don't just go like, I'm gonna just go to those events. No, prepare for it. Do the self-development. Do the books. You know, read the books. Do the audios. Put in the time and getting better in your skill set. That builds up confidence. That confidence opens up doors to you know, the mentors that you want to have and you want to attract to your life. And Bob Proctor talks a lot about this. You attract who you are, who you're becoming, right? So how do you expect, this is something I tell people, it's like, how do you expect someone that is making hundreds of thousands of dollars a month, XYZ, and is at this level to be able to even sit with you if you're not even like graduating even close to the frequencies that they're in? Remember, they don't want to compromise their energy either.
No,
right?
Facts.
We say it all the time. Protect your energy. So yeah, 100%. You might not be at the income level that they are, but at least put in the time to work to get there here. You know, mentally, be able to like at least don't damage their energy. Yeah. You know, because they want to protect their energy as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's just that self-growth to get you there. Yeah. Because a lot of people want, you know, how do I make $1 million? You got to make the $1 million here first.
Yeah.
You know, you got to make the money here first. If you don't make the money here, it won't show up.
And even when you're around millionaires, it's like people that can provide them value,
100%.
That can give to them, and that like them, and they're likable, right? It's like people don't just want people like, oh man, help me, like give it, like how can you help me? What value do you bring to the table? Like
value?
You know, it's like I had to build that. You had to build that. Like people don't just, you know, unless you're part of the Lucky Sperm Club. Like, it doesn't start that way, right? You got to build it up, man.
You gotta
like,
build it up.
You gotta show up with value, and then people are like, okay, this person is somebody I
always
want to get to know. I want to stay connected with. I
There you
want to
go.
do business with. I want to build a relationship with. You know,
Because people will give you the first, hello. They will give you the
Yeah.
first introduction, but from there on to build a relationship,
to you.
It's up to you. And I tell people, always ask yourself, how can I add value to any relationship, any conversation you ever come across? How can I add value to this person?
Exactly.
Like, there has to be something.
100%.
There
And
has
if
to
you
be something
can't-
that they need.
Yeah, and if
right?
you can't, go figure out how.
Yeah, exactly.
Build
Go
something that
figure it
can
out.
give some people
There
some
you go.
value.
Exactly.
Literally.
That's what I tell people.
Yeah.
Just value-driven relationships are a lot better relationships.
Yes. I love those relationships where like, hey, you got this,
Both
I got
ways.
this. Bro, we can help
both
each
ways.
other here.
And
Let's
also
run it.
also one thing, big thing, you're so willing to help people, and everybody who's been on this podcast, the past 10, 12 episodes that we have filmed, everybody says at the end, I ask people, what do you have? What do you need? And they're like, I'm ready to mentor anybody that wants it. I'm here to help people. I'm here to, put everything I've learned out there. And people that are making millions of dollars, they still want to help people.
Yeah.
Like, you just got to go say hi to them. You just got to go introduce yourself. You just got to go ask for the help. And you're going to get 10 no's, but one yes that you get is the breakthrough that you always wanted to have.
for.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a numbers game. Jim Brown talks about it.
Yeah.
You can go knock,
Talk to 7, you get one.
Exactly.
Talk to 7, you get one.
And you legit tell people,
Jim
hey,
Brown.
just give me a no. I just need 6 more. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah, just keep going. Yeah, I think
keep going.
he said you could talk to. He said you might talk to 100,
Uh-huh.
right, and get
Yeah.
one. He's like, I'll talk to. Or
Yeah,
no,
he goes,
said,
you can talk to 10
Yeah.
and get 1 or get whatever, but I'll talk to 100, I'll do more.
Yeah,
yeah.
you got
It's a
it.
numbers game. It's a
Exactly,
numbers
man.
game. So relationship is like that. Business propositions, opportunities, they all like that. It's a numbers game. Relationships are based in value. If any relationship gets to a point that there's not enough value exchange, inevitably it'll get to a point that there's a debalance on the equation, and it just part.
It's crazy.
Away.
Even in relationships, I see reels on Instagram now. It's like guys interviewing girls. It's like, what do you bring to the relationship? She's like, I bring me. I'm like,
Yeah.
You
It's too much, bro.
you gotta bring value, man.
I talked to, I think it was Mike, I don't remember, but it's like mentorships. When you look for mentorship, make sure they have it all. You know what I mean? Make sure they have the marriage, make sure they have the family, the faith, whatever.
You can have mentors in different areas too. Like you can have one for relationships, you can have one
but
for
you know
financial.
what? Now I'm at a point that even if you have the financials and you don't have the family, I don't even listen to you.
Yeah.
Like,
What's like
you
how
know
you do
what I
one
mean?
thing is how you do everything.
Because I'm looking for mentors. It's not. It depends on what level you're in.
Yeah.
But I feel it gets to a point that if I'm gonna listen to you, I want to make sure you got everything
It's
I'm
like-
looking
it's
to
like-
have.
Yeah.
You know
it's
what
like
I mean?
a personal trainer that's fat.
Yeah,
And
exactly,
it's like
exactly.
you're trying to train me to get ribbed.
Yeah. It's
Why aren't you?
You know what I mean?
Why aren't you
Look
helping?
for results when you're looking for mentorship. Results.
Look all areas.
Yeah.
Like I'm
all
in the
areas.
gym. I was in the gym a couple hours ago.
Nice,
You know what I mean? Like,
getting that workout down
all
here in
areas,
Miami.
baby. All areas.
Amazing,
You
man.
can't just stay. You gotta be consistent in all areas.
All right, talking about value right now.
Yeah.
What do you have and what do you need?
What do I have?
What
do
are
I
you
need?
looking to offer the audience and myself? I'm ready.
Yeah.
I'm ready to collab, see what can we do together, let it
Yeah,
on.
yeah. I got. a bunch of different things. I just want to provide value to people, inspire, give back. What do I have? My book's coming out at the end of the year. You can definitely get that. Expand your mindset, grow. So that'd be one thing.
Fire.
Honestly, I provide value on my Instagram at Tommy_ooze. You can follow me.
We'll drop the details down
so
below.
you could, from a business perspective, man, we got so many different things. From mentorship, want to give people value from the mindset coaching I do, and public speaking, man. If anyone's watching this, I'm down to come rip a
Go to
speech
events.
and do some TED Talks, whatever events, and just give back. We got some other things in the pipeline too, in the crypto space and the travel space as well. So. Yeah, whatever I can do to provide value to people, I look at it as an exchange of value. I'm not here to just give, take. I'm here to give, and if it makes sense, it makes sense. Yeah, I don't need much. Just here for more real relationships of authentic people. And if there's ways I can collaborate with people where, they can become more successful, make more money, elevate as a whole, and I can get that in return, that's what I'm here to do.
Fire, bro. Fire. It's been an amazing time to you have you here sharing all the value. I can't wait to read the book, get my hands on that book. I feel books, it takes a lot of time to write, and you put all you got in there. So having the chance to read a book, you're taking years of someone's life and learning that in maybe a few days, right?
Yeah, make sure a ghostwriter ain't writing it. I actually had my...
So how did that go? All right, let's go into that really quick. Because I'm writing 1, 2.
Oh, you're writing
but
book 2?
It takes forever, bro.
Yeah.
It's
well, I got offered...
I'm like in page 5.
That's... I mean, bro, me too. Me too, low-key. I have all my table of contents done, though. I just got to fill in the chapters. Yeah. But honestly... It's you could get a ghostwriter to do it.
Are you doing it yourself or you have?
I'm doing it myself.
Okay.
Because ghostwriters, I mean, I don't think it's 100% as authentic.
Okay.
Because if you have somebody else type it for you, it's not your it's not your energy. It's not your energy fully. But you can do that. You can pay somebody to do it.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I want to literally like, man, I don't care if it takes me freaking 8 days straight, a month straight to finish that thing. We're gonna write it ourselves and just pay an editor to edit it.
Excited to get my hands on that, bro. It's a big way to kick things off into building your brand and all of that. So I'm pumped, to see that. And for people that are watching this, what would you say that a lot of people go through mistakes in life. A lot of people go through failures. What helps you snap out of failures and mistakes and things that you go through and you're like, there's nothing I can do? How do you snap out of that emotional state and go right into, let me get back on track? What would you tell the audience?
That's probably the best question, honestly, because I'm really good at that. And it's like, there's no such thing as an L or a loss. There's only lessons. That's the first thing, is there's no losses, only lessons. And there's only losses if you don't learn from them.
Yeah.
Right? So your mistakes, your failures, just learn from them, and they're a lesson. They're not a loss. It's like, okay, I messed up here, or I did this thing wrong, or I messed up in this relationship, whatever. You just learn from it, grow, get better. And my biggest thing of how I, snap out of it, instead of like being down in the dumps, you can be down for a moment.
Yeah.
Successful people can be upset for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, maybe a day.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
But you're not going to waste more than that, because I'm so focused on where I'm going. Where's the future of Tommy Ooze? Where is the future and me in 1 year, 5 years? And there's people relying on me. My family, my team, my mentees, my organization. Like, there's people relying on you. You know what I mean? And you just got to stop focusing on where you are right now, what you messed up. Let's say you messed up a real estate deal, you blew a trading account, man, whatever it is, your crypto crashes, NFTs, whatever. Like, someone quits your business, someone does you dirty. Just learn from it, grow, and then, okay, where am I going? Back on track. Bob talks about it. He says, it doesn't matter where you are. You just need to make a committed decision. And I'm going here, and this is where I'm going. It doesn't matter who comes with me. It doesn't matter how I'm going to get there. I just know that I'm going to get there. And if you have that burning desire that it talks about in this book, and that mentality and that, no matter what happens, I'm just going to keep learning and growing. It's already done. Like, it's inevitable. Just keep working, keep doing the things, keep doing the personal development, keep visualizing, you're using those higher faculties, man, everything will show up, and just keep learning along the way, because no one's perfect. Everyone makes mistakes. Everyone's going to mess up. You will fall on your face. If you're an entrepreneur, you will lose money. You will make a lot of money, and you will lose it, but keep going, keep getting back up.
100%.
And no matter what happens, just my biggest mantra and motto that I've embodied since I was little is never give up.
Never.
No matter what happens, never give up. Because we're all going to die one day. We're all going to get to hopefully
one life.
Well, in this body, right?
Yeah.
But, we're all going to get to hopefully over 100 years old. And it's like, there's going to be a gravestone in the ground. It's going to say, your name on it, if you can afford it. I always say this. And there's going to be either a legacy you leave, and there's going to be a positive, lasting change for people to go, find our books, or videos on YouTube, whatever it is, or there's just going to be another name in the ground. You're just going to be like a nobody. And it's like, do you want to leave a legacy? Do you want to leave a lasting positive impact? Do you want to make a change in this world, or even in just your family's life, if not the whole world? Maybe that's not your dream, but just like focus on where you're going, man.
Focus on the end result. What's your goal?
Begin with the
going?
end in mind. Exactly.
Begin with the end in mind.
And you might, this might sound like a lot. You're like, hey, easy for you to say. I'll give you a tip. Go as far as you can see. Think about the tunnel theory. Go as far as you can see, and then once you get there, you'll be able to see a little bit further. So if you can only see to here, just drive, boom, you'll be able to see further. It's like driving in the dark.
Yep, I like that. You just get done whatever you can see, and then when you get there, you're like, all right, there's more. There's more. It opens up doors, and you're like, right, there's
Keep
more.
going through the storm. Run into the storm.
Amazing, bro. I love it.
Let's go.
Super excited. Yeah, I think we had a great time here.
100%,
Great
bro. I
combo.
appreciate you having me.
No, I appreciate you coming. I mean, all the way from Canada, we got
Yes,
you here in
sir.
the podcast. So it was
go.
a great time, and I can't wait to get your to get to see your podcast. To
Yeah, I
get
gotta
the book.
get you on there, bro.
You know
You're
what I
on
mean?
there.
And let's
Yeah.
do it. Let's do it.
Let's run it.
I gotta go to Canada.
Yeah,
Definitely gotta go to
it's
Canada.
coming to
Never
Toronto.
been to Canada.
Coming to
So
Toronto.
I
Let's
definitely
go.
gotta make it. I have some friends over there, so definitely, bro. Great to have you here. Hope
you,
the
bro.
best, for you and all your goals and dreams come through. Definitely, they're gonna happen. It's inevitable that they do, and I can't wait to speak on stage with you with tens of thousands of people
it's
because I
already done.
see you, already crushing it in the industry and even outside. So glad to have you here, and it was a pleasure, bro.
Let's go, bro.
Let's
Appreciate
do it.
you.
Let's do it.
Let's get
All
it.
right, guys, that's a wrap. Make sure to give him a follow. We're going to drop the details down below, and stay tuned for the next episodes. If you haven't subscribed yet and you want to keep seeing content like this, and entrepreneurs are killing it in multiple industries, and even entrepreneurs are on the journey to accomplish their goals, make sure to go follow, subscribe down below, and we'll see you in the next episode of Manny Talks, where we teach you how to start, build, and scale your businesses to multiple 7 figures. Let's go.